Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? Yeah, we're just out here doing some more cutting on this oats barley mix. We did the opening 6 rounds. I'm going to do 2 more here. So, though I did 1 already, I'm on round number 2, and then I got to start going back and forth. Is the plan. Because I got more oats barley seeded, because we seeded back and forth. I got more of it seeded on this end than I do on this side of the field, I should say, than I do on the other side. So we're just going to get the rest of this cut down here, and then we'll go from there. It's been kind of a slow morning. Buddy of mine was over, ended up shooting the shit, having coffee with him this morning, then had to go look at some other stuff to cut and bale at another neighbor's place, made a deal on that stuff, and you guys will see, well, you've seen that already. I showed it to you guys there a couple minutes ago, so we made a deal on that. And then, yeah, it's weedy and all, but if we get over there and take it down right away, it'll make really good feed still, I think, even with the weeds in it. And then from that, Tristan showed up and we killed some time with him, and now I'm finally out here. But I'll get the rest of this cut down, and this is the roughest part of the field. There's water runs that run through here, and when we broke it up, it didn't break up worth a shit on this side. So it's slow going because it's rough, but hey, it'll still make feed. We did roll it and that helped, but I guess I am still hitting the odd sod lump with the machine, as long as I'm not hitting rocks, right? And today she's a good breezy day, and it's supposed to get up to, well, last night when I looked at the weather report, it said 35 degrees Celsius for today, and wind of around 35 or 40 k. So it's this stuff, especially these opening rounds. I don't know, I might have to check them. Might be baling those here possibly today. Not where it's real heavy, but where it's lighter. But anyway, we's a cutting. Going. So I'll bring you guys back a little bit later once we get this stuff wrapped up. Alrighty guys, well, we're back here, and you see this thistle here? That's what that is. That pink colored flower shit. There's a big patch here, another big patch out there. So basically I've got barley in there too, in that oats, but it's getting thinner and thinner as we move in. Here, let me turn this down, because that's where, as it was seeding oats, it was running out of barley. So basically, once I get past this big patch of thistle here, that's when I'm going to quit going back and forth. And there will be a couple small patches still, but the rest of it will get put through the combine. This stuff is going to get put in the baler. We're going back and forth now, so we'll just work at cutting that out. And yeah, now when I say I'm going back and forth, for you newcomers and people that aren't familiar with farm equipment, or better yet, hand equipment, the machine I've got is a pull type. It's a Heston Hydra Swing. Anyways, what they mean by Hydra Swing, it actually has a hydraulic cylinder that works off these remotes in the tractor. So in the tractor here, the one remote lifts the machine up and down. The other remote works the hydraulic cylinder, which is that thing right there, that orange bar right there. So you can see that orange bar, that's it right there. So I'm just going to lift the machine I'm gonna back up a little bit. So now I'm gonna hit the hydraulic lever and see how that pushes that around. And with it out like that, if I drive ahead, it'll swing it all the way to the other side. When I'm at the other end of the field, I'll bring it back. I'll bring you guys back when I get to the other end of the field, and I'll show you exactly what it's how it cuts. So the way it's cutting right now on this side, it'll cut the same way on the other side. Just like that. And all of the big name guys like Heston, Case, New Holland, John Deere, they all make a Hydra swing machine. And now I think I got a broken sickle. I'm gonna have to stop here. God darn it. So we'll lift, we'll back up. I'm gonna swing it this way a little bit. Yeah, I got a broken sickle. And the reason I know I got a broken sickle, when I was going here on this swath, I noticed a couple pieces sticking up. And now I see there's a couple pieces down there sticking up. So that's telling me I got a broken sickle roughly right in the middle of the machine. So we're gonna have to get out and address that broken sickle, and we'll keep on trucking later. Alrighty guys, so we're back in here after fixing that machine, and if you look, what the hell, there's nothing out that side. But now it's out this side. And that's how the hydraulic cylinder works, just to move that machine back and forth. And she cuts the same either way. It don't really matter. And we only got a couple more passes here, and we'll be out of them heavy thistle spots, and we'll basically be out of the barley oat mix. So anyway, I'll bring you guys back a little bit later. I'll get this done, and then we'll see where we're gonna go to from here. I gotta talk to CP about that one, so we'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, believe it or not, I checked this friggin' field. Like, these are the opening 6 rounds we did, what was that, Sunday morning? So, and I stopped and I checked these opening 6 rounds, and what I did, I took a big ball of it and wrapped it up into as tight a ball as I could, and then I put the probe in it from the moisture tester, and it was telling me 15.5, 15.3, 14.9. Like, I checked it in 3 different places along over there, and I'm going like, what the heck? How could this stuff be that dry already? Like, it's Tuesday afternoon right now. So it is like 3:30, 3:45 in the afternoon, and it's friggin' baling dry. Like, I didn't check it over here. It looks a little greener, a little wet right here by what's getting raked up. But basically, most of this stuff is gonna bale. So we're gonna friggin' rake up these opening 6 rounds, so that'll become 3 rounds. And then I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna make a couple bales, and we'll probe test those bales to see where it's at. And when I get to the end over there of that part of the oat field, I'm gonna ask you guys, so this part of our oat field is, what would it be? It'd be half a mile long, that oat field. Just over, right? Wait, let's see here. Yeah, it'd be about a half mile. Not quite half a mile, because our gateway on our new fence is at the quarter-mile mark. So it's about 3/8 of a mile long, and I'm thinking about leaving what's left out here for combining, and I don't know how many acres that'll be, but it'll be something, that's for sure. It'll be what it'll be, I guess. But at this point, we're gonna leave what's left to combine, and I'm thinking we're gonna be pushing 30 acres. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Kind of bouncy in spots on this braking. Holy jumping jiminies. Oh my god. Oh. And you get through them low spots where it was lumpier. It's nasty. Another question for you guys. So I haven't been going into the gamble crop for a while. It's been about a week and a half. And I didn't really notice any friggin' sorghum or Sudan grass growing. But CP was out here with the grandkids yesterday afternoon when I was gone, and she noticed this friggin' funny kind of leaf growing. And lo and behold, yep, the Sudan grass is growing. So here's a question for all you southerners. With this Sudan grass, if I was to cut this gamble crop now, and the reason I'm wanting to cut it now is because the barley, the wheat, the oats, it's getting to the point where we got to take it, otherwise it's going to get too ripe on us. So if I cut it now, will that Sudan grass take off and regrow again? That's my question for you guys. Okay? Let me know. If you guys want, you can message me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, or email us at bcpana@gmail.com. So something like that. Just look me up on Facebook, Brendan Pana, and get a hold of me on Messenger and let me know, will the Sudan grass grow after I cut it, or is it a one-time deal? I have no friggin' idea. But anyway, back to my oat field that we were cutting on this morning. So from right here to over there, I don't know how wide that is, how big a strip, like how many feet this is. I couldn't even guess. But it's about 3/8 of a mile, not quite half a mile long. So how many acres is that friggin' field out there? I'm thinking we're gonna be pushing close to 30 acres out there. 30, maybe even fucking 40. So if somebody out there is gonna be needing oats, we're gonna be combining this stuff, and I'm hoping it runs somewhere between 65 to 75 bushel an acre. And this is that high quality haymaker oats. That's what we got growing here, is that haymaker. So I think I'll be selling some of it direct right off the field. You guys come here when we go to combine, because I don't got bin storage space for the stuff, and you'll be able to get it a little bit of a deal on it because you're here right off the field. How's that sound? Tell me what you guys think it's worth. But you all have seen it up close, and there it is. I know it's not a very good, I'm fucking bouncing here, but that's her. Anyway, we'll let you go and we'll talk to you guys later. Leave me your comments on the Sudan grass, and how many acres you think I got left out there with the oats. We'll talk to you later. Okay guys, so for anybody wondering, and I'm new to this game too, this is our cover crop, our gamble crop. So we've got our friggin' vetch, right? It's right here. This is vetch. We've got oats, we've got wheat, we've got barley, we've got some flax, we've got sunflower, and if you look around, not so much on this end, I don't know why, but at the other end of the field, I got sunflower blossoms like you wouldn't believe. Like it's yellowing, getting yellow. We got peas. We got some that are still kind of green. We got some that are yellowed right off. Like, see that? And by golly, look at this right here. So you see this one right here? It's kind of reddish or purpley color at the bottom. You can see how it's getting kind of tall. This is the sorghum Sudan. I believe this is the Sudan grass right here. So I would have to say, oh yes, I've seen the millets growing out here. So I would have to say, yeah, we got our plants that we were looking for. And because of the Sudan and some of the cereals, when I cut the first 2 rounds on the outside edge, the crop stayed really green. And out there, it's a lot of Sudan growing on the outside edge. So if that stuff comes back and regrows to give me a crop to second cut bale in September, that'll increase the tonnage coming back off of this crop, right? But this stuff is going to be coming down right away. I have no idea the food value of the friggin' sunflower. Like that plant right in there, that's sunflower. It's not, it hasn't broke a flower yet, but the blossom right here, that tall sucker right there, that's what that is too. So for whatever reason, I don't know, don't have the actual flower on them on this end of the field, but roughly midway and all the way down to the other end, it's really flowering like crazy. Anyways, enough chit chat. Let's get in this fucking unit and get this stuff baled off, right? So, talk to you later. Alrighty guys, I just stopped here. This is our gamble crop field again. So you can see the wheat and barley. That's all the yellow stuff right there. And if you look out in the field, it's really turning yellow, right? So we're gonna have to take this stuff down right away. And out here, you can see all these yellow flowers. That's all the sunflower. This is the opposite end of the field. And there's a lot of friggin' sunflower out there. What food value there is in sunflower for livestock, I have no idea, but there's quite a bit. But anyways, what I was getting at was this Sudan grass. Like, it's right here. My hand is on it. And it's got a little bit of a reddish purpley base right at the ground. And if this stuff is all gonna come back and grow, a majority of what's growing out here, we've got some oats coming and we've got some ryegrass coming back. This is the stuff that I cut 2 weeks ago and now we've got it baled off. But a majority of what's coming back out here is this friggin' Sudan grass. And I make that sound like it's a bad thing because I said friggin', but that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, because that means I could potentially get a second growth out of here if the hoppers don't get me. And the hoppers are starting to move in a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Look at this right here. That's one of them right there. A little bit older. So that's the Sudan right there. See how big that leaf is? It's like corn, right? So that's what we're shooting for. And when you take this second growth and put it against the original cut growth, it's getting to be just as tall already, and it's only been basically 2 weeks. So you can't really complain too much with it. I guess, you know, all the bitching I did about this crop and how crappy it looked, if we go for a second growth on here, I'll be happy with that. That's for god darn sure. And then that means it's actually paying off. So it might pay off quite well for us in the end if Mother Nature is good to us and more or less keeps doing what she's been doing, drops us a little bit of moisture every now and again, half inch here, inch there. The second growth would, at this point, I would say end of August to first part of September. And I just killed the tractor. Terrible. Lower gear. So end of August to mid-September is when we would look at taking the second growth down on that stuff. But I would say I'm going to be in here tomorrow and cutting it, but tomorrow I'm on the road, so I won't be in there tomorrow. But quite possibly it's going to happen a lot sooner than later. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, there's one bale. And I did make another one, it's way out there. But now that I've got it wrapped tight in a bale formation with the baler, which would be wrapped tighter than what I was wrapping in my hand, yeah, we ain't baling. Because when I probed this bale here, nothing was under 24. So that's telling me that the plant didn't dry enough, obviously. If it was going to sit at 20, 19, 20, 21, I would keep going, but it's not. And that bale, actually this bale, the highest it was 32. So definitely not doing nothing with that sucker. He's going to turn to silage and then probably light on fire. I may have to actually come back out here and open them up, but I'll wait until after tomorrow to see what it does. The very first bale that we made in that heavier stuff, not the real heavy stuff, but heavier than this, that bale, it was anywhere from friggin' 21 all the way to 29, so I couldn't do nothing there. So then I skipped a bunch of swath, heavy swath, and I picked it up just, well, you can see where that bale, and I'll blow this up a little more. So where that bale is right there, basically right at the bend right here is where I picked the swath up and baled to just behind me here, about 200, 250 yards. And we had that 64-inch bale made. And even in this light stuff, it was just too much moisture in there. She needs another probably 2 days. But we did rake up these opening rounds, and with the breeze that we're getting, it'll blow right through there and it'll be fine, I'm sure. The real heavy stuff, well, I guess we'll see. Or the heavier stuff, I should say. And the real heavy stuff, I didn't rake it at all. So, anyway, that's her. So that's the end of this one for you guys. We thought we could get some bales made, but that ain't gonna friggin' happen. Not today anyway, and tomorrow we're on the road, so I guess we will be out here, probably be out here baling this off, these opening rounds off. I'm gonna guess on, what the hell is that, Thursday. We'll probably hit it on Thursday, maybe morning, maybe afternoon, I don't know. I'll check it tomorrow evening when I get home and see what it says, but she ain't gonna go today. So, but give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and be sure to leave us your comments. Anybody out there that knows anything about that gamble crop, that cover crop with that Sudan grass, I'd be very interested to learn a little bit more about that stuff from y'all. And I'm thinking we got somewhere between 30 and 40 acres. I'm not going to be able to store all of that oats myself, but by golly, if I don't get the price I'm looking for, I'll take some bales, stack them in a circle, and I'll dump the grain inside there and cover it with a tarp. There, what's wrong with that? Bale bin, that'll work too. So, but if somebody's looking for oats to feed their calves or whatever, I have a price in my head that I'm looking for, and if they want to meet that price, yahoo, right? Anyway, let y'all go. Comment, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and tell your friends and neighbors. Get them to come on board, because by golly, there ain't too many guys on the old YouTubers, especially from Saskatchewan, Western Canada, that's running crops like we got here. Like, we're lucky right in this little pocket. So you can go ahead and you can compare us to other guys. And I do it a little bit on the old school side. We don't got no big fancy equipment or nothing like that. So again, comment, subscribe, and fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you all later.